pronouns this entire time. Should I...
In my case, it's
I'm
fine
Jen
to
Garson,
continue.
founder
Thank
of
you
the
for asking,
initiative.
though. I
On behalf of
appreciate
the
it.
Nexus, I
Some
welcome you to
Asari
the
prefer
Cultural
male
Center.
pronouns,
Please
while
have a look
others
around.
gravitate towards gender neutral where language allows.
My people have several pronouns to identify themselves with. Perhaps I should prepare a document.
Please do.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy. The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
I'm meeting with Director Addison later. She wishes to discuss planetary
Don't
boundaries
hesitate
and
to
perhaps
speak with
acquire
one of our
further
friendly
charts.
peace ambassadors.
I'm glad that's finally happening. She's been
They're
very
happy to
keen on
answer
that.
any questions you may have, and
As am
eager to
I.
learn more
She
about
also
your own
inquired into
culture.
permissions for personnel to visit Aya.
I hope she made it clear we in no way wish to settle Aya or overstep our bounds.
She is
I'm
very
Jen Garson,
direct.
founder of the
I find it
initiative.
reassuring.
On behalf of the Nexus,
The swearing
I
is
welcome you
entertaining,
to the
too.
Cultural Center. Please have a look around. We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
The Nexus invites you to visit the newly opened Vortex. The Vortex. Let life take you for a spin.
But the plants have adapted to the Scourge's presence. Some even feed on its radiant energy. See this older specimen? The growth rings showed the Scourge's beginnings. The Pathfinder's scanner captured it perfectly.
Hearing, a yes or no would suffice.
Oh, yes. Properly steamed or roasted, naturally. We won't starve yet. Specimens, scans! Our conservation effort can barely keep up. What a wonderful service you've done for us. You've certainly earned your fee.
Truly a mystery.
I'm glad we did. I don't know about these Angara.
An Angaran delegation arrived.
I got the crate I was asking for today.
Did you? Excellent. Congratulations on the new stock. You must be happy.
Yeah, I am. You asked them for me, didn't you?
Maybe I mentioned it'd be nice of them to help you out.
This is
Well,
Jen Garson,
thank you.
founder of the initiative.
I appreciate it. Your help, I mean.
We're constantly striving
You're welcome.
to make life on the Nexus more enjoyable for all our citizens. But we know there's always room for improvement. If you have any suggestions, don't hesitate to share them.
Hello there.
Got this, got that. Still missing those.
The bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the Vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Seems like some records were mixed up and you were given the wrong anti-stasis meds. They give some people psychotic episodes. You got real unlucky.
So I can go?
Easy, pal. Someone from Medbay is coming to talk to you first.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Attention all personnel. The Angaran diplomatic team has arrived on the Nexus.
An Angaran delegation arrived.
Pathfinder, may I have a word?
Now working to broker an alliance with the species.
What is it?
You're out there, facing the Ket. We hear only rumors making them out to be monsters. Maybe they just don't understand us. Do you think peace could ever be possible?
The Ket seems set in their ways.
So it would be up to us to change?
If they have their way, they'll change us into them. That's what they do.
Oh, I see. We must continue the fight then. Thank you for your time.
The Cultural Center requests special dietary instructions for Angaran visitors.
I'm worried about this place if the Ket find you.
Then we defend the station. It's all we can do here. You just keep the Pathfinder safe and the Ket busy. And be careful out there. I only have one of you.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
How may I assist?
Why'd you join the initiative?
I was a teacher. A good life. I could see the positives and negatives right through to the end.
You did the math and it said come to Andromeda?
No. I just didn't like being able to see the end. Here, I don't have a clue what tomorrow will bring. Feels more like living.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum.
Hi, Ryder.
The Angara have nothing to fear from the people of the Milky Way.
But do you have anything to offer?
Our wisdom, our knowledge.
We have plenty of that on our own.
Of course. And you also have food, water, necessities of life.
Now we get to the heart of the matter.
I would like to lay a groundwork for trade between our people.
What would you trade?
Well, wisdom and knowledge.
We'll take that under consideration. Good day.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Fallout from the recent uprising.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Weekly injury report. Multiple casualties under heavy engagement.
So that's what the Ket are up to, transforming people into willing slaves?
Now we know why they take so many prisoners.
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
take the new Angara recruits.
No, that's on you. The boss wants them certified with our firearms.
I can't. A new species? What if I...
Weekly injury
you
report.
know, offend them?
Casualty rate
Screw up
matches
everything our
projections.
diplomats have done.
You're showing them gun Syax, not how to use a salad fork.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll wait it out until demands are met. This is HNS.
Just a few more minutes, and we'll take you over to the Nexus.
I'm trying to understand this. I was 31 years old when I got on the Ark.
Right, but that was 634 years ago.
So now I'm, 665 years old?
And think about this. If your big brother doesn't come out of stasis soon, he'll be your little brother.
Wait, what?
This is no good. Damn exiles.
Easy now. The nausea will pass.
Did we make it to Andromeda?
We've docked at the Nexus. You'll be heading over once we check your vitals.
I can't remember. What's the Nexus?
Big space station. You can't miss it.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS. Top scientists have a few answers. Dark energy.
Ryder, one of the Angaran delegates was here for a tour. A first contact already. Who'd have thought? They seemed nice. Of course, that's how diplomats are supposed to seem.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Thanks for the talk.
Sure thing.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is of a family gathering on Earth.
Finally, the Ryder clan in one room. It feels like it's been years since we were together.
Or more.
Well, I'll take whatever I can get. I've missed you too.
How are you feeling, Mom?
No, we're not doing that. There's only one rule for this visit. No talking about me. I'm fine. And when I'm not, the pills help. Deal?
Okay.
Good. Let's talk about something else. Alec? Really?
Well, you're both looking taller.
Yeah, Dad, that does tend to happen.
Right, I know. So, I heard the Alliance has a new Mako in the works.
Yeah, word is they can airdrop this one from a ship.
I know. They're saying we might get one on our next expedition.
You still poking around the Attican Traverse?
It's amazing. We think we might have found a Prothean site. No artifacts yet, but we're still digging.
I remember the day they found the first ruins on Mars. Changed my life. We knew for sure that aliens were real. We just had to go find them.
Yes, every day I wake up, I'm looking at a Mass Effect relay and I keep thinking, what's on the other side?
Don't lose that. The minute you stop wondering what's beyond the mountain, you die a little inside.
No chance of that. It's in our blood. You infected us.
What was it like, Dad? When you went through that first relay?
Don't believe the stories. The Charon relay scared the shit out of us. Admiral Grissom included. Why don't we go have this dinner your mom's been slaving over all day? I'll tell you all about it.
I remember that. Mom complained the Ryder clan was never in the same room at the same time.
Odd, considering you were family.
People get busy. Scott and I were trying to start our lives.
A course that seems to have been influenced by your father.
Yeah, good or bad. Your parents rub off on you.
A form of symbiosis?
Sure, I suppose. Though not always beneficial.
It gave rise to you.
Jury's still out on that.
Nevertheless, the emotional bonds among family became clear to me that day. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course.
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist, Helisaria Basale.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere.
I know we slept for 600 years, but right now I could sleep for 600 more. I don't know about these Angara. Whoa, it's the Pathfinder.
It's me.
You're the one who befriended these strange new people, these Angara. And now they're here, on the Nexus. How do we know we can trust them? I mean, for certain.
Remember, we're the strangers. This is their home, and they've welcomed us. They've earned our trust.
I guess.
Talk to them. Get to know them. See for yourself.
Good advice. I will.
Is everything all right?
I just... look at this. Such a sight. I won't ever tire of this.
Well, it's space. Vacuum, stars, radiation.
Agonizing death if you go out without a suit.
You have no poetry in your soul, young man.
I have plenty of poetry. The things that keep me safe and alive.
Enough. Look, this isn't going to work.
Just give me another chance.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
I guessed you'd ask about the Angara. It's a good reason to say hi.
That's not... This is about history, not you and...
Me and...
I need to finish this. So, the Angara, your thoughts on the alliance?
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
Aya is a sovereign planet of the Angara. We have no right to settle there.
Strong stuff. Here's hoping we don't need to. Okay, that's... Look, camera off. I need to say something. I feel like you want to get closer to me than an interview.
I think I might. What about you?
I want... this isn't right. It's not ethical to date an interview subject. But once the documentary's done, we could get to know each other better.
I could be spoken for by then.
I wouldn't interfere with your life. What happens with me stays with me. But if you want to share your heart, I'd like that. Once the documentary's finished.
Then I'll be patient. It'll be something to look forward to.
Thank you. Just a couple more interviews and let's see what happens. Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
Please be mindful of guests.
Hey, Vetra. Have you heard anything about some lab techs coming out of deep freeze?
Oh yeah, Kesh was mentioning that when we caught up.
Oh, wonderful. I'll have to pop by to say hello as soon as I'm done here.
Oh, I wouldn't do that just now. Apparently most of them have the cryo-grumpies.
Ah, the dreaded cryo-grumpies. I'll make sure to bring coffee with me, and sugar. Lots of sugar.
Please report any suspicious activity to the nearest security...
We headed out soon?
Fallout from the recent uprising and security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses...
I'm Jian Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
How's the cultural study going, Jal? Read up on the Elcor Hamlet yet?
Yes. I think the performance certainly elevated the source material. Did you know that PB's father was an Elcor?
People who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andraknor, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskarl?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
What have you learned about the N7 program?
Human soldiers who trained on exotic worlds. Arcturus, Europa, Rio de Janeiro. They learn to fight in all environments on little food or sleep, to care for their injured, to lead. Is that accurate? Wasn't your father one of them?
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my brother a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad.
In the year 2157, human explorers chanced upon a galactic gateway, leading to their first encounter with the Turians. Hostilities erupted. However, the governing body in the Milky Way, the Citadel, quickly intervened. They brokered a truce between Turians and humanity. Their antagonism faded, and within a few decades, the two species were allies. This outcome illustrates how Milky Way races believe a peaceful solution can be found to even the most intractable disagreements.
Of your homeworlds I've read about, I think I'd like to visit Palaven the most. A silver world of fortresses and fire. It sounds wonderful, and different from anything I've seen.
It was nearly 3,000 years ago when the Krogan and Solarians first met. War and ignorance had decimated the Krogan homeworld. The Solarians uplifted them, rescuing the Krogan from likely extinction. The Solarians gave them technology and a new planet where they could thrive. In return, the Krogan defeated a hostile race threatening galactic peace. Theirs is a complicated relationship, but one showing how species who disagree still coexist in the Milky Way.
Who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
Hello again.
What do you think of the Angara?
I'm thrilled to meet a new culture. They're cautious, but I understand why. If someone showed up on our doorstep in the Milky Way, we'd be skeptical too. I hope we can win them over, cement a friendship. I suppose that's on you, Pathfinder.
Thanks.
Of course.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit. Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly people.
Kill strawberries.
They're happy to answer any questions you may have, and eager to learn more.
It was harsh to leave them there. I can understand the concern, but I would do anything to bring my family back together.
We ask that you refrain from picking foliage in the Nexus Commons area. The consumption or sale of
Ryder.
Ket genetics defies everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Ket. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
Just think, while you're poking around in their genetics, they're probably doing the same with ours.
Huh. Wonderful. That's me never sleeping again.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
What can I do for you?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it, Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
That doesn't make it the right way.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
I thought I hated the Ket before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did he keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Just looking for attention, aren't you?
There's much to say about that facility on Vault.
There will be. But maybe not right now.
I get you, pal. Inane chatter about nothing coming up. Hey, Pathfinder. Sorry, not much time to talk.
What's going on?
Lots. It's the outposts. Or, you know, lack of them.
We got the ball rolling. That should take the pressure off.
Still feels like working from a negative. Makes it hard to look forward. We get enough outposts, maybe the Nexus loosens up and we can start living.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
The Rokar go to Kadara and recruit the desperate. I've heard a Rokar recruiter weaving his magic. Even I was convinced.
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
Hello, Sarah. Pathfinder, may we discuss your romantic attachment?
Alright, but I hope you already know where babies come from.
My experience of such attachments was a long-established relationship. Cherished, familiar, but tragic.
Mom and Dad.
I have never known the beginning of an attachment. Perspective on your partner would place it in context.
Attachment is a little strong. We're having a good time, that's all.
All life strives for connection. Now I understand better. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Beginning approach.
Volt orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop.
The Nomad's got safeties if you drive up this mountain, right?
out of the worst of it. Temperature should be manageable now.
Remnant site ahead, Pathfinder. It could have defenses in place.
You've been hanging out at the Cultural Center on the Nexus. Have you read about Omega?
Not yet. Homeworlds first. I want a solid understanding of each species before I dive into the deviants.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
How long have the Angara been fighting the Ket? Must feel like forever. So, am I the first and only Asari you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right.
These are the ruins we're looking for.
Time to scrounge for tech.
Looks like it isn't filled in yet.
I detect no additional glyphs in the area.
Is this what you need for your project, PB?
Looks like it. Very cool little piece of REM tech.
REM tech?
Yeah, shortcut I made up. REM is short for remnant, and...
I comprehend.
Anytime we come across ruins like this, let's scrounge what we can.
Appreciate it. Come see me on the ship. I'll give you an update on the project. Probably cat crawling all over that tech. More cat!
Ambient temperature is normal.
Say, Jal, you smell really nice. Like, not just now. Always.
Thank you. I like to. I take pride in all aspects of my person. I like to smell nice.
Well, I think it's great. Where do you get it?
I make it. Is tinkering with alcohols and plant essences that different from explosives?
Yeah, kinda. What happened here?
More Ket incoming.
You okay?
Look, I don't know what Roic said to make you help us, but he lied.
Astra, don't.
Shut up. Roic's a smuggler from Kadara. We all are. Flew here when we heard the Ket were picking off villages. He wants to sell the ancient Fold map to the highest bidder. It's worth a fortune.
Of all the slimy ways to make a few credits.
You steal from my people after they lose everything.
I changed my mind, didn't I?
So why tell me this?
When I got here, when I saw what the Ket did to this place, these people are dealing with enough. They don't need looters taking what little they have left. I want you to take the map to the Resistance where it will do some good.
What about Roic?
He's not a bad guy, just has bad ideas. When we tell him about this place, he'll see reason. Don't be too hard on him, okay? Just take the map to the Resistance.
He made it personal when he lied to me. We're going to have a chat.
Worth a shot. Either way, thank you.
I know better than to argue with Astra. Go ahead and take it.
She has lost a lot of blood.
I couldn't stop the bleeding. The supply crate was empty.
We brought the supplies.
Leave them in the cache and I can help myself. You need to get supplies to the other locations. There may be others like me, in dire need.
What happened to you?
My patrol was escorting a caravan of specimens from Hijara. The Ket ambushed us. They took the cargo and some of the scientists. Killed everyone else. I pretended to be dead. It kept me alive. A cowardly act.
You fought to protect your people. You crawled here bleeding, hoping to live to fight again. I don't see a coward anywhere.
Thank you.
If you're all right, I'll get going.
Go. Go. Thank you. And Ansata Venturi. Whoever you are.
Ryder.
Ryder. I'll remember that. I hope to see you again, Ryder.
That's 2 of them.
I'm reading a temperature decrease. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
Jal, I heard you singing the other day. I peeked in. You were applying lotion to your neck. Flaps.
You're mistaken.
About?
The singing. However, the daily application of hydrogenated ash salve is important to keep my neck flaps glossy.
So many questions.
The Ket have made camp. Be careful, Ryder.
Something tells me they won't let us stroll in and chat. Let's do this!
There's an Angaran device in this camp, Pathfinder. Scanning will provide more information. This bug should be feeding Ket information to the Resistance, but the connection was dropped.
Why? A technical issue?
Unknown. If you scan additional bugs, I can locate the broken link. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support restored.
Nice work.
Outlaws in view.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
we talk?
One of my people. I don't understand.
The people I hired shot at you, and you took care of them. I understand that. Now let's talk.
You better have a great explanation for hunting Yavara. Your people won't be happy to hear this.
So the Angara sent you then? I'm sure they told you the stories, how the Yavara are the only living history we have left. But these creatures might also hold the key to our war against the Ket.
Explain.
I've been performing tests. An enzyme in the Yavara's skin could treat the effects of Ket weaponry. If I'm right, our fighters could heal faster, push back against the Ket.
No. Not like this. The creatures are dying.
You see, my people would rather cling to tradition than think about the future.
You really think this enzyme will work? It'll heal your people?
I need to run more tests, but it looks promising. Just let me continue my research for the future of my people.
Ryder, I don't know how to feel. I can't make this decision.
Sam, send her information to the Resistance.
Transmitting data.
I suggest you get off Fold before they get that info.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'll contact the commander. Thank you, Ryder. I think this is the right choice.
Life support failure is imminent,
Just let me
Pathfinder.
pack my equipment.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support is back online. I'm detecting below normal temperatures. The camp ahead contains Ket life forms, Pathfinder. environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is back online. I detect unusual signals from that Angara Pathfinder. I recommend scanning the body. I've added the scan to my database. One more and I should be able to reverse the tracking signal.
Those power lines go up, but we'll have to find a way around. No way up this mountain. Bet there's Ket in there.
Scanning the body may provide more information.
Nice work. Sam.
I've repaired the tracking chip signal, reversing it now. The signal is coming from a location here on Vold. I've added the nav point to your Omni tool.
Good. Let's find out where these Angara are coming from.
Pathfinder, I detect Ket among this salvage. Approaching the Glory Seeker nav point, the Ket station is close.
I can't do this. Taking this station is impossible.
Are you Tej?
Whoa! Didn't see you there. Yeah. I'm Tej. How did you find me? Wait. Kolf and the others, right? Stars. Don't tell them you found me like this. I wasn't expecting all this security any longer. I sit here the more I doubt everything.
You're just being rational, seeing the reality of what you're doing here.
Doubt and a shrinking heart prevents a blessed rebirth. And you won't remember your life before. And if you forget, you're just like everyone else. And it would have been better not to die at all. See, the more I think, the worse the thoughts get.
I've got some experience with Ket. I can help with this, if that would help.
Would you? I think with all of us, we might actually take down this station. Live or die. I wouldn't leave here a failure.
Temperature range, Pathfinder. I'm detecting below normal temperatures. The ambient temperature is normal.
Still alive. And honestly, I'm glad. Living and learning is a good way to grow stronger too. And I've never met anyone who had a blessed rebirth. And what if it's not real? Stars. If my friends heard this talk, they'd turn their backs. Finch especially. Oh, I'm almost afraid to go back.
I can't tell you what to do, but maybe Rashwar Lin can help?
I always liked Rashwar. And you're right, she'll know how to handle my friends. Whether it means we talk to them, or I stop listening to them. We grew up together.
Sometimes you grow apart.
Yes. Maybe. Thanks, Pathfinder. At least we kicked those cats on their behinds, right?
I'm detecting below normal temperatures. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. I'm detecting below normal temperatures. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Pathfinder, I detect heavy weapons fire nearby.
I think that's it.
That's it. Good work.
That's the last of them. Let's make sure these resistance fighters are okay.
So, the Pathfinder. Here to convince us you're a friend. If that's the goal, take my advice. Don't join fights that aren't yours.
Your leader asked me to lend a hand. I'm honoring his request.
Then you're free to move on. Mind yourself out here. Not everyone sees the difference between you and the kit.
Here's a hint. I'm the good-looking one.
Ha. What do you like to do for fun?
Whatever's next. That's what's fun.
So, there's nothing from your past that you miss? that you left behind?
Well, I had a weakness for gruesome crime stories. True stories of the Ardat Yakshi among us. That kind of thing. Of course, they probably weren't true, but they were thrilling and kept me up at night.
I'd like to read them.
Me too. But when you travel light, you have to leave things behind. Hostiles ahead!
Lexi gave me some reading material about Asari culture.
And?
What? Oh, and nothing. You're an interesting people, although it's curious that you take the genetic material of other races to improve your own, like the Ket.
There's a gigantic fiend nearby. Let's see if you can hunt it before it hunts you. Hexgal would hunt for food on long missions. Later, from tradition. Good work.
Something about this place feels wrong.
Got 'em all. Here they come.
Life support levels are critically low.
Excellently done.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. Hostile shuttle incoming.
More Kett!
Area cleared.
Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored. I'm reading a severe temperature drop. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.